Hi there, it's Matt from SAMsARA. I'm out here today at the beautiful Zotovich Vineyard. Right in the heart of Santa Rita Hills, cool climate, Santa Barbara County winemaking at its best. I'm standing right in front of our Chardonnay block, and it's exciting to see some new growth out here. We've had budbreak. Budbreak happened a couple weeks ago, which does make it a little bit on the early side. Our pruning window is, about a month to maybe even 6 weeks shorter than what we typically get. However, this cool weather that we've had the last 2 or 3 weeks here in March, which has kind of coincided with all of our Corona chaos. But the cool weather has been a positive thing, and we needed the rain. The cool weather has sort of slowed everything down. The vines at this stage are in kind of a fragile, vulnerable stage in their growing cycle. We certainly wouldn't want any frost conditions or super cool temperatures. But at least for the short-term future, it doesn't look like we're going to have any of that. So what we're going to do here, I'll show you the Chardonnay block one more time. And you can see, for the most part, it's pretty consistent with lots of little buds poking out. And, some shoots that are starting to grow as well. And we get both Chardonnay and Syrah out of Zotovich Vineyard. It's some of my very favorite fruit. The Zotovich Chardonnay in 2018 was the very first fruit that we brought into the winery, into our new Goleta winery. And we're actually getting ready to bottle that wine next month, which is pretty exciting. So I just hopped in the truck here, and if I can find the keys, we're going to drive down to the Sirah Block, and I'll just point the phone kind of out the window so y'all can see this beautiful vineyard in all its glory, completely unaware of the pandemic the outside world is facing. These grapevines are just plugging away, doing what they do, which is kind of stressful in itself, because these cool temperatures and sandy soils, while they might be optimal conditions for growing premium Chardonnay and Pinot Noir and Syrah, those conditions also force these vines to struggle and really focus all of their energy into producing fruit. It's kind of the grapes' way of trying to save their own skin by focusing all their energy into producing the sweetest, tastiest, best-looking fruit. Hopefully, some animal or bird will come in and eat the grapes and poop out the seeds, and life goes on. So anyhow, we're over here in the Sirah Block now. You can see this is an older section of the vineyard. These vines are a little over 20 years old, and Syrah is a later ripener, especially here in Santa Rita Hills. And you can see here we're just at the very beginning of bud break. Just a couple buds poking out there. I think for Syrah we might be a tad on the early side, but the cool weather that we've had this month has really been pretty optimal for the later ripening varietals, because it kind of stalled or pushed bud break back into the time window where we really want it, which is right now, which is my birthday. So thank you, Syrah, for the nice birthday present. You're gonna make good little grapes come October, and 3 years from now, we'll think back to this day during the Corona pandemic and remember when that nice bottle of wine that we're drinking was just a gleam in the grapevine's eye, not even a bud yet. So anyhow, greetings from Zotovich. Stay healthy, wash your hands, have a glass of wine for me for my birthday, and I hope to be tasting wine and hanging out with everybody real soon. All right, cheers. Peace.